Don't show me a thing that happens, and then 20 minutes later, oh, he woke up for a dream sequence, and that didn't really happen. Like, welcome back to Dramatic Evaluation. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the movie Predator Badlands. Please hook me up and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please leave a comment. So, spoiler alert right out the gate, I'm going to talk about enough details in this movie that it's going to make sense to give a spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen this movie, go check out the movie first, then come back and watch the video. I rented this on Amazon Prime. It's a newer movie that just came out to streaming and is super expensive. The most expensive rental purchase on Amazon I've ever made. I can't believe they're making it more expensive than it already was. So $25. Usually it's $20 for new movies for a rental for like the first few weeks or however long. I didn't want to wait. I know that once I have bought this now or rented it, it will come on HBO or one of those streaming services like next week. And that's what always happens. I pay the money and then it's on the freaking streaming service. I could have waited and watched it for free. Oh well, didn't want to wait. This was very good. But if that's a little pricey for you, or if there's not some other way for you to watch this movie, maybe wait a little while until it's on something. Or don't wait, because holy crap, this movie was awesome. Spoiler alert on this video, this movie was rad, dude. So let's get right into it. So as far as the actors in this movie, it's basically just Elle Fanning, honestly. There's an unknown actor, a guy I've never heard of, who plays Deck, the main kind of character who's like the Predator character. But, you know, he's in a suit, the Predator suit, all the makeup. The voice is affected with, you know, voice effects and things like, you know, it's a different language that's a made-up alien language for, you know, this world. So it's kind of hard to gauge any type of acting on that. That being said, it was good, did a good job, and it was a good character. But Elle Fanning pulling double duty, playing two different synth characters. Like, she's a synth in the Predator alien world. There's like multiple different types of, like, there's like cyborg, there's full like robot or whatever. There's like synthetic humans, like, where it's, I think they say she's a synth, but it's like basically think of it as like she's just like a cyborg or robot, like android type of person. But there's two of her, and one's kind of the bad guy, kind of the villain leader of these group of characters they're fighting against, and then one is the good guy who is helping the Predator early on and throughout the movie. And they're two pretty different demeanors and attitudes and vibes. That, you know, the one is kind of cold and matter of fact and just kind of the evil villain of the movie, and then the other one is just this bubbly, sweet, nice, happy, hopeful type of character that is just like really pleasant throughout the movie, and she just, it's just perfect. It's perfectly played. She does an excellent job at this role, and that's part of what makes the movie for me, honestly. So really perfectly straightforward plot. This is the type of movie that I'm all about. I don't need dream sequences and symbolism and all this fake nonsense that you need to read into and figure out and interpret and whatever. That's fine. That kind of stuff is fine. It's got its place. But in this type of movie, there's no place for that, in my opinion. I just want a straightforward action, adventure, horror, whatever type of movie I'm watching in that kind of realm. I want it to just tell me a story. Just show me a thing that happens. Don't show me a thing that happens and then 20 minutes later, oh, he woke up for a dream sequence and that didn't really happen. Like, just have everything be real and have it be a story. Come on. So that's what this movie does, and it's better for it. Backtrack, real quick overview. This movie is about a predator who they're on their home planet, and he's kind of the weakest link of the family. And the dad essentially is telling the brother to kill him, like we kill the weak in our tribe. And the brother kind of doesn't want to kill him, so he kind of stalls the dad and gives enough time for the main character to take off in the ship to go to this planet to hunt the biggest, gnarliest, unkillable animal to prove to father and the tribe that he is strong enough and should be able to survive. So that's kind of the premise of the movie is this predator going to this unknown planet, or a planet he hasn't been to before anyway, to go hunt down this creature to bring back his head as a trophy or whatever and prove himself to the clan. So when he gets there, there's all these different like environments or areas he goes to and encounters these different plants and animals that in as you're watching it, you're kind of just like, oh, like, that's a crazy, oh, this blade grass that'll cut you up if you go into it, oh, these eel like animals that are like spitting like acid stuff, oh, these little bugs that if you chuck them, they like expand and explode, and it's like a grenade. At first, you're just like, man, oh my gosh, this planet's crazy. He's having to get through all this, navigate through all this stuff. He comes across Elle Fanning, who's half of a synth robot, whatever, where it's her upper half. She doesn't have legs. So they sort of team up. She kind of convinces him to take her along with him to kind of help him, be a tool for him to navigate this planet because she's been there a while. She knows about the flora and fauna and can help him. So, and kind of in exchange, he'll help her bring her to the place where her legs are so she can get her legs back and put herself back together as a full person instead of just a half a person. So all that stuff is happening. You're seeing all these different plants and animals and things in the environment. And then at the end of the movie, there's like this showdown with the bad version of Elle Fanning and her crew of synths, and they have to fight against them, and he kind of collects this arsenal of all these things that he happened upon along the way. So the blade grass, the exploding grenade bugs, like all these things that he collects to use to his advantage when he goes and fights them. And it's an epic, awesome like showdown at the end of the movie. And it was just awesome. So all that to say, it's just the writing and the creativity of this movie. It doesn't have to be over the top and crazy and full of metaphors and symbolism and all this stuff, even though I'm sure you could read into what this was for some symbolism and stuff if you wanted to. But at the end of the day, it's just a straightforward, rad action adventure story. And here's what it is, and we show it to you, and that's what the movie is. So thank you, love that. All movies, please do that. Stop dancing around and doing stupid crap that sucks. But also real quick, just reminiscent of like the OG Predator, where Arnold's like setting those traps. He's like carving the the big log with the spikes on it and setting it up on the rope and like doing all this stuff, and then later all that stuff pays off and jacks up the Predator at the end of the movie. The cinematography and directing and the music and the score and stuff of this movie are all so good. This movie looks incredible. Visually, it's just awesome. All the CGI and all the effects and things like that, like everything about the planet, all the alien stuff, all the alien plants and animals and things like that, just look really good. It's just a really good job of that. The production value of this movie is incredibly good. The sound design, though, is so awesome. Like, just right out the gate in the beginning of the movie, like, the way that they use this, like, deep, bassy, haunting, almost like didgeridoo-ish music, along with the sound effects of, like, them fighting, or, like when they're putting on equipment, or, like, things like that. And then the voices, like, the effects they put on their voices. It's, like, the sound design of this movie is incredibly good. It's just very like punches you. It's like very deep and powerful like sound design. I don't know how to describe that, but it was just very, very well done. Very good production value across the board. And this movie is only an hour and 40 minutes, so that's like long enough to be a good length of a movie where it's like it's not too short, like it's an hour and 20 or anything like that. But it's not dragging on like 3 hours and 14 minutes like Avatar, or even like 2 hours plus. You can just get through this movie. It's perfect length. Hour and 40 is perfect. It doesn't drag at all. It moves very well. There's stuff going on constantly. You're constantly engaged. You're picking up information as he's going through the landscape and learning like areas and the plants and the animals and stuff. And like, you're constantly like engaged in what's happening, and you're not like, nodding off or checking your phone or something. It keeps you engaged. There's no wasted scenes. It's just moving, and it's showing you what it needs to show you for you to take in what you need to take in to get through this story. And it is not slow. It is not boring at any point in the movie. And that is awesome. And this is definitely set up for a sequel. The way that it ends, he goes back home. He's able to defeat the beast, sort of. It's kind of not what you would expect there, how that went. But then, has the baby of this beast that will grow up and become one of those. He befriends that and has it on its side, and he goes home and basically kills his dad, or he like puts him in the trap thing, and then I think Bud, the baby animal, like kills him or whatever. But so he's like, responsible for his death. And then all of a sudden there's like a ship landing or whatever, and Elle Fanning's like, oh, who's that? And he's like, oh, my mom. Like, and it's like implied she's even gnarlier than the dad was, who was quite gnarly. So it's definitely set up for a sequel where he's fighting against the mom and the clan. I don't know, but please do it. Please do a sequel, because this movie was so freaking good. It'll be different. It'll be a different thing, because a lot of what this movie was like I talked about, like going through the landscape and figuring out this planet and finding the animal, and then having it kind of turn into fighting these synthetics at the end who are taking the animals for like research and stuff. So it'll be different than that for sure, because they're going to through all that, and now it would be maybe fighting against the clan or rising up or in the ranks of that or something. But either way, I know it'll be good. If the same people were involved that made this movie make that one, it can't not be good, because this movie was rad. I freaking loved it. Yes. So for the official rating number, I gave this movie a 9. I honestly probably could have gone a little higher, like 9.1 or 2, but I just gave it a 9. Awesome movie. Definitely recommend this movie. If you like the Predator, the Alien universe at all, definitely watch this. I love both. Like, Alien's cool, but Predator is like one of my favorites. Definitely up there. Like, I love all the Predator movies. Even some of the ones that are like not as good or popular, like, are still pretty good. The last one before this one, Prey, was very good. I very, very, very much enjoyed that. I enjoyed the animated one they did recently, Killer of Killers. Hopefully they do a sequel of that, because I think they set that up for a sequel. So yeah, it looks like there's more Predator stuff on the way, and it's a franchise that's going to keep going, and that's great, because I love it. I think it's a great franchise, and I'm excited to see what they do next with it. So yeah, that's it for my review of Predator Badlands. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the movie if you saw it. Stay tuned. Until next time.